from the hot, never relent. This is the Tottenham supplement. Money well spent, feet stomping, heart stomping, ready for the event. Chasing glory every moment, heaven sent.
Well, it's a lovely morning here in Ipswich. I've literally just arrived. I'll say morning, probably ticked over to afternoon now, and I'm just staying just a little bit away from the stadium. I'm not quite sure if you'll be able to see it from where I am. I'll try and look it up for you, but chances are you might not be able to see it. Excuse me there. Just down there in the distance. And you might be able to make it out, you might not. But yes, that is Portman Road. How very unprofessional of me. But yeah, it's good to be here in Ipswich. And yeah, I cannot wait for this game. My first time being here, actually, believe it or not, because obviously Ipswich have been out of the top flight for the last 20 odd years, so yeah, they're in the Premier League and they're doing well. I mean, obviously they're doing well enough when they beat us, didn't they? There was a lot of meltdown over that, but when they then went on to beat Chelsea, everyone was talking about Ipswich playing very well, but when they beat us, it was about us being bad. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm staying here in a lovely Carlton Hotel, just 5 minutes away from the stadium, so not too far away. And yeah, I cannot wait. It's been an interesting week, really. I mean, I'm just going to talk about I'm just going to press what's kind of like happened over the last week or so. The big one being rumours, and rumours beget rumours of a buyout from a Qatari consortium, QSI, I think they were called, headed by Sheikh Jassim, or at least that's where the rumours were stemming from. Well, let me give you a little background on that story. It kind of started off with Richard Keys. Remember him from previously of Sky Sports fame? He's out there with beIN Sports in Qatar, has been there for the last 10 or so years. And he broke a story saying that he knew for a fact that there is a Qatari consortium headed by Sheikh Jassim that is looking to buy a minority stake in the club to start with, and then maybe build on that into a full takeover maybe in the next 5 years or so. And that set a lot of people buzzing really at the thought. And as you can imagine, with everyone being as partisan as they can with Levy and all that, and with ENIC in general, that a lot of people were kind of thinking, yeah, maybe this is the case. But I noticed that I've tempered a little bit now in the last few days since that's occurred, and with good reason, really. Because Sheikh Jassim, I think, was rumored to have been interested in buying us, about 5 years ago. Then there came the American consortium, then came the Chinese consortium, and a lot of people expressing interest but not really going full steam ahead with it. I think I said in the group that if it is true that we're going to be bought out by a Qatar consortium, that I would look to just kind of lessen my ties with Spurs. It's not to do with anything culturally with the Qataris, nothing to do with that. Is the fact that I think I said two things actually, but my mind changes, as with each kind of inception of these rumors. But the very latest one I put down was where I said that I'll lessen my ties with Spurs, because I just don't see any sport in rich boys sending out their playthings to try and win a title, and then everybody else gets screwed over. This is the hard one for me. I'm just kind of the opinion that the way we've been doing it has been okay, has been right, has been good. we've slowly built. We've built the stadium. We've built the training ground. We've built everything like that, and everything is now geared. I mean, we are the sixth richest club in the world now, based on revenue that comes into the stadium. So we can spend as much as we can in the transfer market. I know people will say, "Well, why haven't we?" That is just literally down to, well, we're now in a phase of a committee, as it were. So there are a lot more people have input. It's not just one person, which is what many people are still trying to make you believe. It is a consortium, as it were, of the likes of Levy. Of course, he's involved. He's a chairman, but I think from what my understanding, he literally all he does now is just sign the checks off to say, yeah, okay, go get, which is how he ended up with Ndombele. And there's a few other people. I've already mentioned it before in previous Rantz videos. So just take from that the people that I mentioned then, people that are still involved. So yeah, it was. Let me just put you up here. Okay, and so yeah, it was a case of I just feel very, very hollow. We win anything now. I know they said you go to Man City fans, and the very nerve of them singing "Have you ever seen Tottenham win the league?" I mean, the irony of that is not lost on me one bit. The very fact that they had the actual gall to even say that, considering that we've never been as low as League Two in our lives, and there they are. Well, sorry, not League Two, League One in our lives, but there they are. Talking maybe ever seen Tottenham in the league, they would not be in the position that they are without that injection from where's theirs from? There's not Qatar, is it? Theirs is I can't remember. Abu Dhabi, I think it is. Yes, Emirates. The United Arab Emirates. So the very fact that they have the nerve to even say that just kind of like tells me all you need to know about the state of modern football. There's no humbling whatsoever. They don't feel humble at all. And yeah, Newcastle, they were bought up by the Saudi Arabians at the wrong time. That's when PSR decided to bite, and FFP started to really go at them. So they have all this money, but they can't spend it. Unlike what Manchester City and Chelsea did. That's why I say I never respect Manchester City's titles. I never will. And they can go on and you can chat as much shit as they want. I even fell out with a guy who once it was a Man City fan, was just coming at me about how bad Spurs were, and I never had any respect for Man City fans, especially the ones that gave it large. And as he was giving it large, I just let him know that he's a bought club, and that's whatever he achieves is a load of bullshit. And then you try to change the angle, and I just said my point still stands. He then deleted me saying I'm boring. Fair enough, and I just let him have it. Just let him have the abuse back. His girlfriend didn't take it very well, if I remember rightly. She then kind of like stalked me a little bit before I ended up deleting him because the stuff that she was doing was just kind of pointless. I think she ended up blocking me actually on Facebook, but that's by the by. That's what it is. It is what it is. And then yeah, so my any respect I have for City fans has gone downhill, which is what I celebrate every defeat I do. And even when it was just crazy. It's just crazy. And the same with Chelsea. I mean, they can beat themselves up. Oh, we won a European Cup. Same with Man City. We won a European Cup. You bought it, and that's all it's going to be. And that's what I don't ever want to see Spurs go down that route. I want us to actually generate our own wealth. The way Manchester United did from the late 80s from the early 90s on to now, in the exception of the Premier League. They built their wealth. They won their trophies. They competed. They even became the best in the world. Well, it's called a Toyota Cup or a World Trophy. Only teams from two continents take part. So like it is by the by. That's apparently the world. Same way the Super Bowl is the best team in the world. But Manchester United and Liverpool, don't forget, Liverpool built themselves up to where they are. Arsenal, they initially cheated, but that's by the by. That was nearly 80 odd years ago. They haven't dominated Europe. They haven't dominated the world, but they've dominated the Premier League. I suppose, yeah. Well, no, they haven't dominated the Premier League. They've won Premier League trophies. I wouldn't say they've dominated the reign. Dominated. They've been up there at the top, but they haven't gone 3-4 years. Same the way that Manchester United have. That's domination. And so that's why I have respect for Liverpool. I have respect for Manchester United to an extent. I have respect for Arsenal, although their fans are idiots. They really are. I mean, this is not banter talking. I just don't like their weird up themselves fans. I mean, Man United and Liverpool done it on the European stage. Arsenal have yet to. But, but it is what it is. I think they only have one European trophy. The other one was a Fairs Cup or something. Anyway, as by the by, they have done it the right way. Man City, Chelsea have not. Newcastle will see that they will not until the rules change. I understand that the rules are slightly changing a little bit anyway. And the fact that the FFP charges for Manchester City 115 charges have concluded a couple of months ago. We still haven't heard any news on that. Shows that they're going to get away with it. What's the point? What is the point? And I don't want to see Spurs in that kind of bracket. I mean, we see PSG, they're bought out by the Qataris as well, and yet they've done nothing in Europe. Got to the final once, same as us. So what will that say? What will that tell you? But they are just killing it in France to the point where they are now just bored of the French league, aren't they? Let's say Pochettino at the helm, in which case I'm sure they'll lose one more league title. But the Qataris are looking to leave PSG in a way, and I guess that's where they are going to invest their money in Spurs because they can see it as a competitive league. Me, I would not. I mean, a lot of people will welcome that, even though they know that we'll be hampered by PSR, and that we can only spend what we kind of bring in. So unless the Qataris are going to, if it was real, and I have my doubts that it's real, but if it was real, and it means the Qataris have to build a 80,000 seater stadium just to increase the revenue and whatnot, and then go out there and dominate Europe just to get that kind of cash in. And it is what it is. It ain't going to happen. So PSR is going to affect us as well, unless I think of relaxing the rules, which I heard was a viable option just to help the likes of Manchester City and help the likes of Real Madrid, of course. But I don't want to see that happen to Spurs. I don't want to see us become a rich man's plaything. I don't want us to see. I mean, I want us to earn it through blood, sweat, and tears. To dare is to do. That's what it's all about, right? And I know people will say that we haven't done it. The last few years, we have definitely tried to put that into place. I mean, it was on Harry Kane's insistence that we're bringing in likes of Mourinho and Conte. And I said in the last video, I will lay the blame at Levy for us not winning a trophy under Mourinho because he sacked him 6 days before a final. I will lay the blame at him for that. But everything else, nah, not really at all. It is what it is. But it's just, I don't really know how I would feel about it. I know last year, or was it 6 months ago? I can't remember, but it was fairly recently in the last 12 months, where I said that okay, if we do get bought out, I will stay on and watch us win a league, watch us win a European Cup, and that's me. I'll give up my season ticket, I'll hang up my boots, and that's it. I'll be done with Spurs, or at least then I'd have seen Spurs win something. And that's where I kind of like. I mean, for a progressive mind like mine, it's kind of hard to marry the two. On the other hand, I haven't seen Spurs win a trophy since 2008, and it was a great final there. And I've seen us go to 3 other finals. Is it 3 finals in that period? Or is it 4? League Cup, penalties. League Cup again, lost to Chelsea. Europe, Champions League. 4 trophies, Manchester City. I forgot about that in the League Cup 3 years ago, or whatever it was, 2 years ago. So since we go to 4 trophies, 4 finals, and now I'm thinking about it, we have not scored a goal in either of them. But we're good enough to get to the final. But for some reason, that's Levy's fault that we don't win the finals. You know what it is. But that was last week's conversation. This one here, I have seen us go to that many finals, and I've seen us just not get over the line. And will this injection, or it won't be an injection, it'll just be a freeing up of the funds, as one might say, to the point where I just hope we don't get bankrupt. But we are freeing up of the funds where or we might get that one player, this marquee signing that everybody seems to want to go on about. I don't do marquee signings, as you know. I do players that will fit the system, do the job, and will go about it the way they can to achieve the results. Like what we're doing now under Postecoglou. And that's what I kind of thinking that marquee signing will come along and then will give us the oomph that we need. Maybe I don't know, but I did say that if we do go over the line and win the league title, it'll go over the line, win an FA Cup, go over the line, win a Champions League, go over the line, win a Europa League. I mean, we'll talk about the Europa League in a second or so. That that'll be it. Job done. I'm happy. I've got what I wanted to see. That is it. All done. That's what I'd say. But then again, I don't know. I just can't see myself being that way inclined. I just can't see myself celebrate. I can celebrate because of Spurs, but deep down, I know we can. Why couldn't we have done this by ourselves instead of needing, the injection of some prince from 6,000 miles away to put his ill-gotten gains into the club? I don't really want to see that. I saw a conversation elsewhere on another Spurs channel where they were talking about the religious aspects of it, whereas they're mostly Jewish fans, and is a quote-unquote Jewish club, and taking Muslim money. As you already know, my background, I mean, my ancestors, where they came from, who they mixed with, I don't give a crap about that, and I don't even know why that was brought up. But it seems to be an issue of trying to make an issue about everything to do with Islam and Muslims and whatnot. I'm just tired of hearing it, but that's not the issue for me. And yeah, so I guess maybe next week or maybe next month I'll be like, okay, yeah, you bring them in. But from what I understand, although it was Richard Keys that said that the deal was very, very close to being tied up, we haven't really heard anything new or more about it, and that's where the issue kind of lies. That's why I don't believe that that's the case. They're all talking about Levy flying out there to talk. Why would he fly out there? I know the idea is that he was looking for investment, but if they want to put in a minority stake into the club, then surely they'll fly to us. You know what I mean? Surely that will happen. There's been like stories when they said that Levy flew out to type the Matisse Tell deal. I didn't see anything. All I saw was like stories from IT casing. I didn't actually see. I mean, there might be a picture of him landing in Munich to type the deal, but I hadn't seen it. So if there is, I apologize and I'll take it as read. But that sort of stuff. So that's why a lot of stuff that you gotta hear in the media about this sort of thing, I don't buy it 1 second. I really don't buy it at all. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't buy it. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I guess we'll see what happens. But if it is true, would I want the investment? At this point in my thoughts process right now, because I can see what's going on now with Postecoglou, I can see how everything is kind of coming together, even though I know people saying that it's not, we're stagnated. I see it coming together. I see us when we get players embedded into the system properly. I mean properly as in terms of no injuries whatsoever. When that happens, I can see us going far and bringing in some new players. I can see us going far. I mean, there's rumors of us trying to get another new striker to offload Richarlison, and also Son could be leaving as well. So this could be his last season. Who knows? So I can see us getting new, younger players as well. I know that's going to be the issue. People want to go with experience. We've still got a lot of experience out on loan, so maybe that's the idea: get them game time and then integrate them. Who knows? But the way I see it, the way it's going, I can't really see us. I don't really want to see us going down that route of getting. I mean, I know that Levy wants to get the investment in, and he always look for like investment from elsewhere, and that I'm cool with. Investment, that's fine. I mean, that's how the Newcastle thinks I love. wasn't it? With Stavely bringing in the Saudi Arabian princes to inject some investments, and it grew to be a full-on takeover. This is where this is what I'm happy with an investment. That's all cool. Naming rights to the stadium, if they want to go down that route, that's fantastic. But a full-on takeover, I don't know. At this point in time, I still don't know. And that's kind of where I'm at. At this point in time, I don't really want to see it, but my mind will change it probably later on, and then I'll say, yes, bring it in, but then that'll be my last few seasons at the club. I guess we'll see, but at this point in time, it just doesn't sit well with me. That's my thoughts on it anyway. That is that's the my thoughts there on the supposed takeover. Anything else happen when we had the Europa League draw done yesterday, which was fantastic. I don't know if you saw the video that was put out there, but yes, the Europa League has been drawn. The draw's been done, and it was a toss up between Real Sociedad and AZ Alkmaar for us, and if we drew Real Sociedad, then we were going to be in the half of the draw, which included Athletic Bilbao, Manchester United, Rangers, included the likes of who else have they got there in those places? But it was going to be a tough draw. But we drew AZ Alkmaar, so we're on the silver side of the draw, which means we only have to contend with the likes of Alkmaar in either Ajax, Eintracht Frankfurt, Bodo Glimt, or Victoria Plitzen, Lazio as well. So it's a good side of the draw to be on, and we do get all the way to the final. Obviously we beat AZ Alkmaar, and we will play either Ajax or Eintracht Frankfurt. So a reunion with Ajax and all Judenspieler. That would be great. So I don't know what game is in Dutch, but yeah. But so it will be a case of we get no on that side of the draw really worries me too much. That's the good thing. But we did have issues. We had a few injuries when we took on AZ Alkmaar. We scored through a Richarlison penalty. He came on as a sub, right in that game, and we obviously had that game as well. So if I remember, I'll put a link up to that game. Right there. And it was a tough game. We won 1-0, and it's going to be a tough one. And they beat Galatasaray. A lot of people's dark horses for the competition, but I have no idea, no understanding as to why. They score lots of good goals. They score cracking goals. They're brilliant going forward, but they are awful defensively. Even when we played them, there was so many gaps that we could exploit. We were just down to our bare bones as well. So I know people will talk about, oh my God, we were awful that game. We were awful this game. And then we're down to 10 men as well. If you remember Lancashire scoring the goal and then getting himself sent off. We lost that game 3-2. But, and I know that if Galatasaray had their shooting boots on, they could easily have been, if Victor Osimhen was immense that day. Even though I said beforehand I wasn't that worried about him, he tore us apart. And could easily have been 5 or 6 in that game. And I hear it, but they always give you chances. So I wasn't that surprised that was it AZ Alkmaar that they played. But I'm not too surprised that AZ Alkmaar put them to the sword. I think they won 4-1 the first leg, and they drew 2-2 in Istanbul. It was good. They absolutely destroyed them, and any competent team will know how to go at their defense, because their defense, even though they got lots of Davinson Sanchez and he played very well when they played us. There's no real cohesion between their defensive midfield and their actual centre backs. There's lots of space. So I was really kind of surprised people were that shocked that it went out. I really wasn't. But now you've got Alkmaar to contend with. Probably a good job of doing it Sociedad at this early stage. Because they are a tasty outfit, and they probably see themselves as playing in an all Basque semi-final when they take on it, because Athletic Bilbao's that side as well. Good draw for us, very good draw, and I am an hour about whether to go out to Alkmaar, because it does come rather soon. I'm just wondering whether to hold off until the next round when there's a chance of either playing Ajax. I love their stadium, the Kuip Stadium. Sorry, not the Kuip. Is the Amsterdam Arena. Not quite sure the sponsorship name is, but yeah, the Amsterdam Arena, lovely stadium as we remember us going to. Or Eintracht Frankfurt, who we played in the Champions League a couple of years ago. Didn't get to go to the away game, but I went to the home game. We drew 3-3, if I remember rightly. It was a topsy-turvy game. So a lot of teams there that we fully recognise in the semi-final, which could either be Bodo Glimt, Victoria Plitzen, Lazio. What was the other team that was there? I can't recall, but you imagine Lazio will be the team that will meet in the semi-final there. They know one of the favourites as well because they won the league stage. We finished fourth, of course. It's all to play for. It's all good. It's looking good. I'm actually quite excited about it all. Actually, I cannot wait for it to all unfold. But yeah, that's good. So, I mean, as you already know, I've already got my hotel booked for the final. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So that's the draw done. Some other miscellaneous news. Well, this one caught my eye. It was posted in our group. So join our group. The link is in the description below. And it says an email was sent out. It was posted by one of our admins, Michael Hamilton. An email sent to broadcasters seen by The Athletic makes clear that Tottenham do not want to be referred to as Tottenham, but rather Tottenham Hotspur or Spurs. That was a link posted by Jack Brook there, just to give him the accreditation. Now this one is kind of an interesting one, really, because my thoughts are it's probably similar to what happened with AFTV. It's just a case of wanting to protect their monetization and wanting to protect the ground, and they want everyone to maybe they just want everyone to associate Tottenham with just Tottenham Hotspur and nothing else. Because I know they are buying up a lot of land there, and they're trying to do as much as they can to try and build like a little campus thing. I mean, they've got hotels going up. They've obviously got the stadium there, and a lot of businesses. I've complained about their businesses kind of feeling the effects of Spurs expanding, as it were. So you kind of think that that maybe that's what it's all about. That they'll just want to try and get everyone associating Tottenham with Tottenham Hotspur itself, so they can just kind of monetize it. I mean, I'm just kind of like hypothesizing it because I mean, I only got the word of Jack Brook to go by on this one. I can't understand why Spurs would really have an issue with people referring to Tottenham Hotspur as just Tottenham. The club is named after the town, right? I mean, without Tottenham, there wouldn't be a Tottenham Hotspur. And I know people will go on about, oh well, they did try and move to Stratford. If you look at and this is one I'll cover probably at a later time. If you look into how the deal was kind of structured and what we actually said to the Olympic Committee about our bid for we were never going to get the stadium, but we were encouraged to bid for the stadium by Boris Johnson's mayorship, as it were, and yeah, we're encouraged to bid for a stadium that we were never going to get. So I don't know whether something shady went on in the background that in order to try and force the local government to give us the funds to help build the stadium, that we were encouraged. I don't want to speculate, but it just seems when you read the stipulations and the red lines that the Olympic Committee have put down, and then our bid comes in saying that we're going to knock down the stadium, move it to Crystal Palace, and build a purpose-built football stadium in Stratford. That was never going to marry. So something had to give. So either we were lied to and told to bid when we shouldn't have, or something shady went on. And this is my speculation. This is my hypothesis. I'm not saying that that's exactly what did happen, but for me, it all just did not make any sense whatsoever. But yeah, I mean, will it really hurt just for the club to just be called Tottenham? I mean, everyone calls us Spurs anyway, when you think about it. I mean, when you talk to other fans, they just say, oh, you're a Spurs fan. They don't go, you're a Tottenham Hotspur fan, are you? for the most part. For the most part, they do kind of say that you're a Tottenham fan sometimes, but the first word that comes out of everyone's mouth because it's easier and it's shorter is Spurs. So it is kind of interesting that that kind of was put out there. But all it said to broadcasters, what they're going to do? Are they really going to police what the likes of Sky or TNT are going to say when they're talking about the club? And nobody's really going to. No, it's weird. I mean, I don't know if that's true. I really don't know if that's true. I mean, it doesn't really happen with any other club. I mean, you can't really say Manchester when you're referring to either Manchester United or Manchester City because there's a lot of ambiguity in that. So that's why you have to say Manchester City, Manchester United, or Man United, or Man City. You have to say that. I mean, I don't recall anyone. I don't recall the Bolton Wanderers getting up in arms there. Charlton getting up in arms. It's just a short form of the name of the club. You don't really want. I mean, that's what I don't get. That's what I don't get. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But if that's what's going to happen, then probably look out for it in all broadcasts. That for now they don't just say Tottenham, they now say either Tottenham Hotspur or Spurs. And if that's the case that they have to adhere to that, then I mean, if they don't do that, what's Spurs going to do? Stop the club, stop the broadcasters from getting into the stadium? Of course, that's going to happen. So maybe it's a friendly reminder of the full name of the club, but to me, it makes no real sense. It's just a case. If it is true, then it's probably just a case of trying to monetize the name in the same way that I guess AFTV or Arsenal Fan TV are now called AFTV because the club banned them from using it because of their purported negativity towards the club. So yeah, it is a weird news that came up, but on the plus side, if there is a plus side, I guess it puts the club on the map even more than it already is. I don't know. I don't know. It was just weird. But anyway, that's all the news I could bring that happened in the last week. I mean, we could talk about our good victory over Manchester United. I mean, that means that Postecoglou now is forming as Manchester United. 1, drew, 1, 1, and 1. That's fantastic. 5 games played in the 2 years and no defeats. Even this season in the league, we haven't conceded a goal to them. And then we did our best to give away the League Cup, the League Cup round of 16 match against them, where we were 2-0 up and cruising, and then in the end we won 4-3. But I think we're 3-0 up and cruising, weren't we? And then we pulled that back to 3-2, and we scored to make it 4. Yeah. So we were 3-0 up and cruising. Hey, but it is what it is. It is. Well, I'm going to get ready now, just a couple of hours before kickoff. And I cannot wait. I mean, what are we going to do today? I like to think that we're getting a couple of our players back. So I like to think that we're going to we're going to do the business. It'll be interesting. I mean, I think the last time we played here, we won 3-0, I think it was. Was it Klinsmann that scored a goal and Dumitrescu as well? So yeah, quite a while back. But I think we have a few of our players back for this game. I would like to see a lot more of Marty's Tell as well. Have a nice young forward line, which has Johnson down the right maybe, and then I guess Sonny will play, but no, he needs to rest himself. So maybe Oliver down the left. I just want to see a proper forward line just going at it now, and lots of energy and lots of firepower because they've got some dangerous players. Is it Liam Delap? That's his name. I'm going to call him Rory Delap. I'm sure they're related. Former Manchester City youngster, and he's a good player, obviously. And they do got dangers all over the field. So I think we covered that one on a live stream, didn't we? No, we didn't, because I was coming back from Europe and I was on the coach back from I think Birmingham after seeing was a UB40 gig, and I enjoyed that very much. And I was watching that game on the coach back, and wow, what a way to bring that, what a way to bring the mood down. But it is what it is. But hopefully we'll turn that around today. We shall see. We shall see. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you have any thoughts on any of the subjects that we talked about today, especially the Qatari supposed Qatari bid that Richard Keys from beIN Sports claimed was almost a done deal. Do you want to see that happen? Do you think Spurs need that to happen? When you consider that when you also bring in PSR and FFP into everything like that, is it really needed to happen? Who knows? But it is an interesting talking point, which seems to die down a little bit. But is it something that you want to see happen? And I imagine that the answer will probably be a resounding yes, but we shall see. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll have the vlog out hopefully later tonight, if not early tomorrow. And but there will be an aftermath video straight up at full time, so watch out for that. Anyway, and thanks for watching again. Again, like, love, caress the channel. Thanks for watching. Come on, you Spurs. And it's my first time here, and I want to see us actually do a madness here at Portman Road. And we are out of here. Come on, you Spurs.